Well, as Man United pushes to see to it that Baleba joins them, there is a transfer hinge that could obviously maybe see a turnaround into a decision of Man United to see to it that they either get this guy in here or they obviously look for an option. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name and hope you guys are really having fun. We are talking Sekou Kone, right? We are talking Baleba, and we are also talking Toby Collyer in there for you here onto the United Matters channel. And I hope you guys are really having a very great Thursday, and we off with the day, and let's see how things really pan out in here at the side of United Matters channel. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers, right? And how do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing the notification bell, that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful YouTube channel of ours, which is the United Matters channel. Let's obviously set the ball rolling and see to it that we really break it down to the fullest. Now, Seth Sports says signing a midfielder appears to be high on the agenda and interest in Carlos Baleba remains. The player has not featured for Brighton since the pre-season victory over Stoke City due to a minor knee injury. Now, why am I really getting up this story? I know most of you haven't gotten a chance to hear this, but I'm like, why not obviously present this to the viewers of Man United and really see to it that we don't obviously get back into what we've always gone ahead to do in the previous summer transfer windows. Manchester United has been a victim of really signing injured players, and I think however good Baleba is, when he's having any injury, however minor it might be, I want to let you know that it really affects the club of Manchester United in there. Why? You can't spend £100 million on a player who is really having a minor knee injury. You understand? Because knee injuries have gone ahead to be the worst that I've gone ahead to see many careers of footballers ruined. And I'm here to let you know that any injury is unpredictable. You understand? So if he's having any injury, do you think United should rethink on who they should sign? Because at £100 million, if you bring in a player when he's still injured, then everyone will ask you, why did you bring him in? What if you bring him in and he really gets a setback? You understand? So I think it's better to spend £100 million on a player who is really ready, and he's obviously not going to be having any medical issues. But Baleba has medical issues with them. Don't you think this is really a very huge hinge for him to join the club of Manchester United? And I know what Brighton is doing. They are saying a minor knee injury. A minor knee injury will mean that, all right, you can keep pushing for him, but it's not minor. I want to let you know that it's not a minor knee injury. It's really a serious injury. And that's why when they are playing against Las Palmas, Baleba was out in there. Baleba was out of action when they are playing Las Palmas, meaning that the injury is that serious. And at United, we've gone ahead to fall a victim of signing injured players, yet we think they can obviously recover. You get? I'm gonna give you examples. Sofian Amrabat came in through in that summer of 2023 when he's really injured, and he never started off the season immediately. You understand? Rasmus Højlund, he came with a back injury, and he needed to obviously make his first appearance for the club of Man United as we are playing a club known as Arsenal. You understand? Which other player was signed when he's really injured? Rafael Varane? No. So we've gone ahead to find ourselves in a position of really missing out onto what we would have gone ahead to have as a club of Manchester United because of what we've gone ahead to obviously get in from signing these injured players. And I would prefer that the club of Man United really rethinks. I like Baleba, I like the signing, I like the idea, but when you compare the amount of money that United is set to spend on Baleba, him having a minor knee injury, if you are to spend that money, then our medical staff has to really give us assurance that this player is injury immune. You understand? And would you trust the physio team of Man United? I'm not one of those who can trust it, because it has not gone ahead to do enough to earn my trust. That is it. They haven't gone ahead to do enough to earn my trust as the side of the physio side of Man United. So we wait and see how things really pan out in here onto the United Matters channel. And that is what I wanted to obviously put out onto Carlos Baleba. I don't know what your thoughts are about it, but for me, I believe that Baleba's story is really very, very important. And everyone should think about it and really coming through to obviously show us exactly what he thinks about this. Because if he ever gets an injury that is really bad and really gets a setback and doesn't represent, you understand, we will be like, why did United spend £100 million on a player who really had any injury? And for Amorim, he wants a player who is obviously going to be hitting the ground running. And I think if we need a player who is obviously going to walk straight into that team of Man United, then we need to obviously get it right when it comes to obviously signing these players in there. So that's what I had for you for Baleba, but he missed out the game of Las Palmas. He's really having a minor knee injury. That's what they're getting through from Brighton. But for me, I think it might not be minor in there for you. So let's wait and see whether in the opening game of the Premier League, Baleba will obviously represent for the side of Brighton. Because when you look at their fixture, on Saturday, they are playing away at Fulham. You understand? They are playing away at Fulham, and for your information, the Premier League is really starting tomorrow. And today, I'm obviously going to be coming up with my match predictions, and I'm obviously going to be putting them up where at the at the Rokani Media Football. That's where I'm obviously going to be putting them in there for you. So that is it for the side of Baleba, and let's obviously get to a player known as Sekou Kone. Yesterday, he represented for the under-21s, and again, he went ahead obviously get an injury, and he was obviously stretched off the pitch in a conscious and in a conscious way. But they told us that he's stable and communicating with the medical team. He has been taken to hospital as a precaution for further checks. He was stretched off the pitch in there for you. And later, the club of Man United went ahead to obviously put out a statement, about a player known as Sekou Kone, a player that I really love a lot. But I tell you what, he might not really live up to the expectations of his career in here, as we the fans of Man United really do the needful. Man United went ahead and put out a statement because everyone was worried. Kone update after Tarworth game abandoned. Man United's National League game against Tamworth was abandoned close to the end of the first half. The tie was halted due to a head injury suffered by Red Devils midfielder Sekou Kone inside his own box, and the youngster was taken off on a stretcher. We can confirm Sekou Kone is conscious, stable, and communicating with United's medical team. He has been taken to hospital as precaution for further checks. Everybody at the club wishes him a quick recovery. United had taken the game to the hosts from the outset, with Bowman threatening to opening score from Jesus Scanlon, Backhill, and Jayden Campson firing against the near post following a silly crappy period of play, and Kennedy Degi cleared that. So, United had the starting 11 of Mudrock, Kamson, Ama, Devani, Ovare, Kone, Fletcher, Bowman, Skelon, Obi, and Mantau in there for you. And Biancheri was on the bench, Konkuki was on the bench, Brian Hughes, McAllister, and Lusale. All those were on the bench for the club of Man United. So we pray to it that Sekou Kone really recovers early enough. Now let's go to Toby Collyer. Toby Collyer is a player of Man United. We signed him from Brighton, and he's really a young, good, talented player. And we are being told by Rick Fay that Hull City are quietly confident of winning the rest to sign Toby Collyer on loan. United are keen for him to enjoy regular playing time next season and believe a move would be a suitable next step in his playing career. Obviously, all these players need to obviously find elsewhere to obviously kick a ball. I tell you, they need to find somewhere else to kick a ball from, because if they don't, then their careers will obviously stick. Because at this time, these youngsters need to play very many games as possible. That's what I tell you. They need to play very many games as possible. So that is it for the club of Manchester United. And for me and a player called Toby Collyer, I think he should obviously get a club to get ample playing time, because this time around at Man United, without European football, these players aren't going to be getting enough playing time. Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, no Europa League or Champions League, meaning that we are really having a bloated squad, and they won't be really having enough playing time. If you're having Casemiro, having Ugarte, you're having Bruno Fernandes who can play in that position too. You're having a menu. You're also having a player known as Baleba coming in through, or if not him, another midfielder. That means you're really having 5 players for that double pivot position, meaning that there is no time for him to obviously come in through and represent for the club of Man United in that particular position. So I think it's a very good move for him. Let's go to Hull City and see how things will pan out that side. Now, your thoughts on Baleba to Man United transfer hinge are welcome in the comment section below. Think about it. However much you love the player, should we bring him injured or not? And secondly, what do you make about a guy known as Toby Collyer to Hull City and Sekou Kone injury, head injury that saw the game halted and he was rushed to hospital, but he has stabilized and they've told us that all is okay. I'm out.